Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some pretty interesting news when it comes to Best Buy, where we actually are seeing loads, and I mean loads, of PlayStation 5 confirms going in for walk-ins, in stores, and all that stuff. And especially throughout this week, we should be actually seeing a lot more too as well. So for some odd reason, it doesn't actually affect you as of this day, but I'd probably actually go and implore you guys want to go check your stores, go talk about that, talk about expectations, talk about stock, talk about numbers, talk about everything else going on. But this actually should be a pretty good week when it comes to PlayStation 5 restocks. A lot of stuff to go talk about, a lot of things to ramble on into, and as well, hopefully this will lead to a lot of you guys going and getting your consoles. So if anything, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 Digital Console controller. We have the Twitter giveaway down below too as well. We have the Twitch stream if you guys want to follow. We have the Webull and Coinbase, the Amazon links, and all the other junk and jazz down below. Make sure you guys are subscribed with them notifications on. So a lot of stuff to go talk about. As of today, I just want to let you guys know, so you guys might be able to go and snipe in some like nice little late ones throughout the day, especially because it's only like 2 o'clock, or as well, like especially as you're in West Coast too, on top of that, 'cause it should only be like what, like noon, Mountain Time, 1 o'clock. But basically, we have been seeing loads of Best Buy walk-ins, loads of Best Buy stock, and loads of Best Buy glitches having stock available. Now, we did go and cover this up a little bit in the day-to-day video where we're still waiting for it, we're still watching for it, we know that stock was there. And if you guys did see a video a few days ago, we did go and find out that there was 1,500 pallets that did go and arrive up in a warehouse itself. And we did go talk about how we're expecting a walk-in throughout most likely this week, if not next week. So this is basically going on throughout these next 2 weeks over here when it comes to stock. We have had confirmations that stock is in many different stores. So this is one of those like more update videos where it's not just like a, hey, check this one store in Wyoming, hey, check this one store in Arkansas and hope for the best. This is one of those more check most stores throughout this week and you will probably go and get your console. So as you guys all know, we do see stock in stores. We are seeing stock in the back rooms for places. The app glitch is working, and I do actually implore you guys to go and utilize the app glitch itself. It is looking pretty nice and looking pretty good, so keep that in mind. And if you guys want to get your PlayStations, we'll be seeing both now. PlayStation 5 Disc Editions and PlayStation 5 Digitals. As of right now, there is no total tech requirements. It's literally just check your store, most likely in the morning itself, or even as of right now, or throughout the day, and see if there's stock there. So let's go a little bit more, I guess, in depth and in detail, because it's kind of like, I think, like the main big stuff over here. So I'm going to show up one of my homies' cam over here, just because like, they just have the easiest picture known to man when it comes to this stuff, where if you guys want to go check for your PlayStation 5s, I always recommend this and talk about this. When it comes to the PlayStation 5 app glitch, this is just the easiest way to go and see if your store has stock and kind of save you guys some time. Typically, especially because we're going to be probably anticipating up stock throughout this week especially, and because it had like a 3-week stock, and then 3 weeks it kind of went by, and there was a little bit of stock. It was still like tapering on and off, and then kind of, went down a little bit. Now we're kind of bumping back up. So, download the Best Buy app. On your app itself, on the very top left of the screen, you guys would basically be like, is it in stock? Check my in-store at blank, blank, blank. So whatever location you're watching or looking for. When you guys look at that, you basically just want to you have to basically like toggle it, like, so I'm sure you guys know it goes like on, off, on, off, on, off. And then in theory, you should go either have some PlayStation 5 consoles show up if there is stock in your local store. So what we mean by that is that it always shows if it says like unavailable, you go to that store. If it goes and shows available, you go to that store. If it says out of stock, you go to that store. I know it's always counterintuitive, but I always want to stress it, mainly because we are seeing stock in every single store now. It does seem like, especially because we saw like those big leaks from warehouse stock showing up, it just kind of basically has an all-around good vibe where there's probably going to be pretty much every single store out there that will be having stock. So, first and foremost as well, kind of the same thing when it comes to Target. You usually do want to go check before stores open. I know it might be a little bit confusing throughout the week, but basically it's like the stores throughout that night, and right before stores open, they have a few probably employees there working or making sure stuff is all organized, and they're able to go and see the internal systems, see what stock is available, see what locations have stock, and all of that stuff. So we'll be going to be closely watching that, 100%. That's going to be kind of a big thing. So be on the lookout for your local stores in the morning. I'll probably keep reminding you guys throughout this week for in the day-to-day videos you guys usually watch. But it is looking like it's confirmed. We've also had employees go and reach out to us as well, which is why I'm like even making this video or stressing you guys to check the app throughout this week. It may not happen throughout today, but throughout this week, especially for sure, because we've had employees as well confirm that they have PlayStations in hand. Now, they do have both PlayStation 5 disc editions, which is obviously the higher stock amounts. What we've been kind of seeing as an average for stores in stock is around like the 10. We've kind of been seeing around most stores have around the 10 stock, give or take like 8, give or take like 15, give or take 12, but it does kind of show that a lot of Best Buy stores have been getting stock and receiving stock itself. So keep that in mind. PlayStation 5 digitals, we actually have seen quite a few reports of their stores only maybe having like 1 to 4. So as per usual, if you guys get super, I mean, you can always check. I'm never against you guys checking or calling or when you guys go to your Best Buy stores or whatever, but it does seem like the stock is looking still, as per usual, pushing more on the PlayStation 5 disc side. So if you guys want to download the app, keep checking, go and try to get all the hookups, that is probably the best way to go get your consoles this week. And as I mentioned, as we have been seeing warehouse leaks and employees confirming stock, we will probably be seeing stock all throughout this week. There will probably be stocks sitting around and floating around everywhere. So it should be some good stuff. I'm kind of excited to go talk about it. I'm kind of excited for you guys to get your consoles. And if you guys do check your Best Buy stores, even today, like you guys want to check the app glitch, that's probably one of the best places to go. And apparently I've also been seeing some people camping out front of their stores just to see if there's stock. So keep that in mind. I'm going to show a few little tweets too as well, just from Cam's homies, because I was creeping through this. We have this one tweet that was very, very peculiar. Apparently this is just someone who just has been picking up consoles from other folks out there. But you guys can kind of see a lot of these orders as well. Mainly because I'm going to show this just for example. Mainly because we've been talking about a lot. Like we always mentioned, Best Buys are getting stock in store. Best Buys are getting stock. Best Buys are getting stock. Best Buys are getting stock. So this is why I'm even mentioning this in the first place, because we're seeing a lot of Best Buys getting stock. So you can even look through the list itself. And you guys can see where it's like, look, PlayStation 5 also bought recently. PlayStation 5 purchased in store. A few days later, April 2nd, purchased in store. April 1st, purchased in store. March 11th, purchased in store, which is pretty much how it's been like the same lineup that we've had for a while. We saw a really big influx around like 2-3 weeks ago, which we made a few videos on. We saw a little bit of a taper off depending on the location. But I was always telling people to check because, sometimes there is, returned orders or canceled orders or, whatever. But now it does seem like the big influx is once again being kind of slowly divvied on out to all these Best Buy stores in stock. So this is why I'm telling you guys, even as of today or throughout the next like 5 days or so, go and check. Be on the lookout. Try your best to maybe go get some stock with them when it comes to stuff. Check online, use the app glitch and go and see. And as well, it is at least looking like a nice, pretty big, juicy drop. And as well, I know it was a lot of those little rambling tying on it just to kind of give people all the questions or whatever. Some stores may not get stock, or as well, some stores may have to wait until like next week to go and receive stock. Mainly just because when it comes to some of these locations, maybe they're just like, maybe they got stock later on in the previous walk-in. So just the internal systems are like, yeah, it's 3 weeks. Some store did stock, 4 weeks ago, so they deserve it more than you do. I don't know, it just depends. Or as well, sometimes just stores in general just get stock. We before did see a lot more on the event stores. If you guys remember us talking about that one, where that was pretty much just like every single store location that was like a big seller, like a big staple store for Best Buy. It does kind of seem like this drop is more pertaining towards every drop. Like it's looking nationwide, and it does look like pretty much every location should be starting to get stock. I checked my own local area, at least me in Chicago, and I really didn't see too much. But we have been seeing, as you guys can even see, like multiple different reports for people throughout these past like 2 days, and we've been seeing just a lot more influx and a lot of people. Like I saw so many pictures. I can even show some over here for maybe just Cam's tweaks at the time open itself. But like we had people over here where it's like, hey, this one looked for me as Mal. I had mine 5 digital in stock when it comes to those consoles tied on in. So it's just we're seeing stuff flown on in. Like we have like a John Sue over here being like, hey, mine had 3 and they got 1. Like we're just literally seeing all this stuff floating around. Now the one last thing is I do kind of wish that we had more stock available, obviously, because some stores, I can't really complain about 10 stock. I could kind of complain maybe about like, 1 PS5 digital, but I would like to see pretty much every store maybe at once getting it, just so it's easier for a video like this. But I do want to incentivize you guys maybe throughout this week especially, and I'll remind you guys during the day-to-day videos, keep using the app glitch, keep checking your stores, maybe even check your stores as of today, or use the app glitch as of like right now, as you guys are watching the video, and check your stores. We also have been seeing some people just lining up outside, although it's not like a 100% guarantee of getting your consoles, but at least we have been seeing some good news when it comes to that. So that's pretty much, I guess, the best news we can talk about over here. If we have any more news, we'll let you guys guys know, so make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 Digital Console Controller. Twitter giveaway down below. Make sure you guys enter up on there. The Twitch stream, you just want to say hi and chill. We have the Weeble and Coinbase down below, and I appreciate you guys all so much for watching in the first place.